The General Conference does not accept or receive tithe directly from members. When tithe is sent to the General Conference directly by members, the General Conference sends the funds anonymously to the local conference where the tithe payer resides, to have them processed through the regular channels. In 2007, the General Conference was approached by a family that was divesting itself of a multinational business. The family wanted to tithe the proceeds of the business, and the amount was extraordinarily large. It was recommended to the General Conference Executive Committee of Annual Council 2007 that the General Conference should accept this tithe and apply it in a different way. The matter was presented to the General Conference Executive Committee with a request for a variance from applicable policies. And this refers to policies B1022, B1505, B1510, V0905, 5.C. We know those policies very well. We live with them. To Annual Council, April 15, 2007. The variance from policy was voted, and the General Conference Treasury was authorized then to receive the funds. Funds were received from the family in 2007, in 2008, in 2009, in 2011, in 2013, in 2014, in 2015, and now also in 2017. There's nothing new in 2017 that had not happened in the previous 9 years. We are not considering this any more sacred than the funds that come through the regular channel. What we receive through the regular channels is a blessing of God every week when we go to church. Every week when we go to church, we see a miracle. People willingly give, and their tithe comes up to be, in the year, as if last year, at the end of last year, $2.4 billion. So 164 million as opposed to $2.4 billion is really a significantly lower amount. Therefore, I want to make clear that we are not considering this in any more sacred or dealing with it in any different way than we would deal with any other portion of tithe, even if it is $1. For those that might say or hint that the General Conference is outside of policy in dealing or receiving these funds, I wish to say that we have gone through 11 years of audits from an outside firm, NGCAS, and that variance, that policy violation has not been identified.
It was clear that a very carefully and no doubt prayerful and thoughtful process was engaged in, which finally resulted in a variance from General Conference policy for a very, very large gift. This is being reported on the same day when a very prayerful, careful process has led people to request another variance from policy, and yet are being considered for punishment for varying from policy. For me, there is an extreme irony in that is very hard to simply accept. I recognize that the meetings that took place no doubt, were important. Many things were discussed, and material was discussed that may not be able to be shared here. But I would ask that that reality of the General Conference varying from policy, when it stood to gain, it has been reported, as much as $100 million, be in the background when we discuss variance from policy for people who are actually doing the work of Jesus.